Hello.
Hello there, how can I help you?
I'm hoping to get some draft minutes.
Draft minutes. Well, you have to fill out a public records request,
Okay,
okay?
that's new.
That's what I've been told.
By who? If you mind me asking.
I've just been told that that's our policy, that public records requests have to be filled out.
Okay. I'm pretty sure these are available to the public automatically, without a public records request. Is there any way to have
Which
you
one
guys?
are the, I mean, are you looking for recent ones or
Yeah, the
ones
most
that have already been?
the most recent ones.
the most-
There would be the drafts that aren't approved for the
Yeah.
next meeting. Yeah.
They haven't been approved yet.
Right, and
so-
they're still public record prior to being approved. They just don't go online. That's called enhanced access to public records when they're put on the internet. They have to be approved at the next meeting to go online.
Correct.
But draft minutes are available to the public.
Yes. Well, yeah, but you would still have to fill out a public records request.
Why all of a sudden am I just now filling? This will be the first time I filled out a public records request.
I don't know, sir.
That's what I'm trying to figure out is why the policy keeps changing. So, where do I find this policy? Who do I talk to about this policy? I mean, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. What you're saying is
know,
right.
I know.
I'm just trying to figure out where you got your information.
Well,
Is this information available to the public?
what information?
The process
I
you're now-
believe so.
you're now enacting.
Yeah, because this is the public records request
All right.
that we have.
So, this is for something. Okay. So for one, somebody paid for this. You guys need this. And there's no real necessary reason for me to fill this out. This is essentially a waste of paper because the minutes are available to the public automatically. It's not something you would have to file a public records request for. I mean, I go out of my way to come down. I walk here. I do all this on my own. I'm just asking for you guys to follow the process, the correct process.
Yes,
If you're
sir, and I
telling-
understand that, but I was told the process was
Right,
that
so what I'm
anybody
trying to
asked for
figure out is
anything
who
was the
told
public.
you that was the process.
My
Where do I
boss.
locate? Who's your boss?
My boss is the clerk treasurer,
Roger Galloway told you this was the process then.
and he is not in right now.
Okay. Well, he's never in. You're the one that does the work. They should have made you treasurer, but that's just my personal opinion. Shit, I'm surprised he even knows that. Usually he's wrong on everything, so I would almost guarantee that he's wrong. But the process that I've been going through for the past few years with the city is the process that I'm told that I have to go through. This has never been mentioned, so I don't really want to participate in it. I'd like to do it the way we've been doing it for the past few years.
I don't know any other way. All I was told that if
There's only one way listed in the Indiana statute. If somebody other than myself could read that, that way we're on the same page when I come in here. Because this is essentially going to be a denial. I'll gladly take the denial. I can appeal that in a courtroom. But these,
why would it be a denial, if you don't mind me asking?
because this is not the correct process. You guys deviate away from the process, it by default becomes a denial. Mr. Luke Britt is the public access counselor in Indianapolis. You can call him. He's an attorney. He's the go-to on this. I talk to his office fairly regularly. I double check everything I accuse you guys of multiple times to make sure that I'm 100% correct. I know that I'm talking about the correct way. I know that's the incorrect way. If you're forcing me to do it the incorrect way, then I'll just pursue that incorrect way. That's a denial. But these minutes are available to the public. Previously, you gave them to me.
After they're approved.
No,
yeah.
no. The approved minutes are available to the public after they're approved. The draft minutes are available to the public before they're approved. Mr. Galloway, we were just talking about you. Maybe you can fix this situation. We seem to have a misunderstanding. I'm trying to obtain a copy of the draft minutes, which are available to the public.
Drafted minutes?
Yeah.
From a meeting,
Yeah,
like city council or something?
correct. Well, all draft minutes are public record prior to being approved. This is not something that requires a public records request.
Oh, when I was a city councilman, I still filled out one of them.
All right, so here's what I'm...
And just fill it out and we'll get it to you.
Right. They're supposed to be available here, one copy to the public, automatically. It's not a big link. America and democracy and people being informed about their government, that's the whole point of having it to where the citizen, like it's outlined in the Indiana Public Access Counselor's guidelines, just walks into the office, and lo and behold, you guys counted on the citizens wanting to be informed, and you make it really easy and you just give them a copy of this. That's going to take days.
Well, we gotta look it up.
You don't have to look it up. They should be already done.
They're done somewhere.
Right. Do you know where, Mr. Treasurer?
No, I gotta look it up.
All right. So what I'm trying to figure out is how do I know what you guys are doing? Because I can't just come to these public meetings. You guys don't want me there. I'm not welcome.
Everybody's welcome to public
I'm
meetings
not.
here.
I'm not. I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm definitely not welcome at public meetings. Mr. Galloway went on the radio and explained that quite a bit of detail about how the city justified itself in making me not welcome at public meetings. But I'm definitely not welcome there. That's why I'm isolated and treated differently. But the draft minutes are definitely public record, available to the public without filling out a public records request.
Well, that's our policy right now.
Right. So can you tell me what that policy is? Where do I find this policy that you're quoting to me?
I believe we had a big meeting open there, didn't we? And the chief of police and everybody, and they,
Was that meeting open to the public?
I don't know, I think we just talked right now.
So you guys took official action at a non-public meeting. That's what it sounds like.
I filled one of these out when I was a councilman to get,
Right.
they got it to me within a couple days.
Well, I've never filled one out to get minutes for public meetings because you don't have to. This is the first time I've been requested to fill out one of those for public meeting minutes. But what you're telling me is that you guys recently enacted a policy at a meeting. Do you know when that meeting was? Mayor, chief of police, I'm assuming you as clerk treasurer.
Back, I think I did it on the phone.
So you had a phone meeting.
Yeah.
We
I
took
wanted to
final
ask them
action.
about it, and I said, because we've had these upstairs, and I said, no. They said it should be for everybody to fill out.
Okay. So you
Well,
understand that having a meeting where you took final action and decided on a policy outside of a public meeting, outside of a public setting, that's a violation of the open door law? You understand that, right?
No, this was just phone call. I just,
Right, phone calls-
I wanted to clarify
Okay.
this.
So, do you know when that phone call was, the day and time? I'd like to request a copy of that. You got some sort of documentation for that phone call? No? Okay. So do you got a phone number then?
I got a phone number here, in my office.
Did you do this on an office phone, cell phone?
Did it on my cell phone.
All right. So
It was because.
can I get the date and time of this phone call? Because I'd like to request that.
Because we had all these, and we were talking about people coming in public, getting public information when everybody was busy, and they said, have them fill it out, and we'll just get them to you in a couple days. Get a chance to look it up.
All right. Well, I was told.
And you weren't mentioning on it, it was for everybody.
It's just because a lot of people come in and
when
they
I was
ask
a
for different things,
councilman-
and if we're busy doing something per se, like if it's payroll or doing whatever we're balancing or we're doing.
Well, you guys
whatever we're
realize that
doing,
providing this
then we have
information to the
stop.
public is part of your job?
Yeah, and you're gonna get it.
Right.
Don't you
Is
fill
it
this
public?
out. Tell them, just put down where you live, and I'll mail it to you, I'll come by and drop it off.
Don't ever come to my house, for one. Two, that's not the process. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The
Why can't
process
I come to
is
your house?
because you're not welcome. Am I welcome at your house?
Well, come and go and find out, I never said you weren't.
Right. Well, you made it pretty clear that I wasn't, so.
Well, sir, that's besides the point. All I was told was
Anyway.
that a public records request.
Right, by him.
So
So where did you get
so
your
if you-
information?
so if you
You
fill out
you
the
saying you
form,
had a meeting
and
with
then
the
as soon as
mayor?
you get it-
No, I asked them about these that were upstairs.
Right.
And they were saying, yeah, everybody that even.
And that's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, I don't care.
Have you guys communicated with anybody that doesn't work for the city of LaPorte about any of these issues? Have you sought any sort of outside advice with the state people that handle this?
That's for official use of the city of LaPorte, that's all I know. I even talked to the county prosecutor, see what he says.
Right, the county prosecutor doesn't handle stuff like that. You told me that prior to this, but the county prosecutor doesn't handle things like this.
Well, you call down the state and ask them if that's.
I have. I've actually called Luke Britt, the Public Access Counselor's office, several times. They've informed me that of the correct process. That's why I'm so just astounded that you're just telling me all this, because it's all incorrect. And I mean, I'll gladly provide you with all the information you need to understand why I think you're incorrect, you know, but you're making it extremely difficult for no reason. That's the whole point of this, public records, is for the public. It's not so you guys can.
So then you expect to come in and everybody just to drop whatever they're
No.
doing
I came in
find
Friday and
That's all
expected
I'm
that.
saying.
They told me to come back Monday, and I gave them an extra 2 days. Today's now Wednesday. That wasn't mentioned Friday.
Yeah, we're at.
You were on vacation till Monday. That's called the weekend.
I
you-
left-
you
I
had
must have
left early.
A few minutes before you came in, because I left, you
Right.
left at 4. I left a little after 4.
So, but you're supposed to be here till 4:30, per your position, office hours, things of that
You
nature.
know, by
So
law, by law, I only have to come in once a year, and I'm coming every day.
all right. Well, okay. By law, there's a lot of stuff you're supposed to do. You should probably try to do some of that on the one day a year when you come in. But the draft minutes are public record. I'll fill this out, but you're essentially adding a stipulation, which is a denial. So I'm going to deny it. You're denying it.
I'm not denying it. You fill it out like it's.
No. This is officially a denial. I don't care what you think.
Really?
According to the state statutes, it's a denial. Yeah, you're making me do something extra that's not part of the process.
Departments must submit requests to
That's
the
called a
legal
stipulation.
department on the day of receipt.
Right. It's called a stipulation. I know how to read, man. I filled out 100 of those. It's called a stipulation that you're not authorized to add on to that. You're telling me that you enacted a policy that is official action, final action, as a public agency over the phone. That's in violation of the open door law.
If not, I ask a question about these forms.
Well, the thing is you can't require somebody to fill out those forms for draft minutes. That's what I'm telling you. I don't know who you talked to. I'm assuming Nick Otis. He's the one that usually provides you guys
No,
with
I
your
didn't talk
incorrect
to Nick.
information. We should
I
probably
asked
talk
about
to an
the
attorney.
forms I saw upstairs.
Right.
You want to call the state, have them call me, and I'll tell them.
I'm not going to call the state. I'm going to go get a cause number from this circuit court over here, and I'm going to name you guys as a defendant, as another denial. You guys are going to get this public record situation figured out.
And I'll tell them they expect you to drop everything and give you the information.
Right, it's because you're a public servant. Quit. You don't want to work for the public? Quit. You don't want to work for the public. You don't want the public to rely on you or expect things of you or give you the credit that you can faithfully perform your duties of your job when they come in here, then quit. If it's too much for you, then quit. Personally, I don't think the clerk treasurer position's right for you. I think they should have gave it to her because she's probably the one doing all the work. But quit. If you don't want to serve the public, then quit. It's nobody's bothering you. You volunteered for a public service position. The fact that you think you're being bothered or somebody's asking you to do something that's not expected of you is hilarious.
I didn't say I was
Chris.
being bothered.
What's up, Mr.
What's
Miller?
up, dude?
How you?
doing?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not too bad. What's going on, man?
Not much. What's up with you? You need-
He just wanted to request some records, and I said, you gotta fill out a request form, and
Right. So what are
Are you willing to do that?
willing to do what?
Fill out the form for your records.
I don't think I should have to fill out the form.
That's the policy. I mean,
Mr.
It's the
Miller-
policy, so
Miller wants one, he's gotta fill out a request form from our office.
that's great.
That's the way it is.
So you guys here to help them? I assume?
Yeah.
Help them
Just
deny me public records? All right.
Show up on their
Deny
own
you
free
public
will, man.
Okay.
What's going on?
So you guys gonna actually file a report for this?
Public records?
maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
And I told them that
Is this an
if you wanted
incident?
public records
Not
request,
yet. It doesn't
No.
have to be.
What would happen that would qualify to make this a report?
and so it's just-
Good question. Do you want it documented?
I'm just curious
Well, what's up? You filling
where
out
the
form or-
guidelines are.
What you doing? You filling out the form or not?
Yeah, fill-
I don't know why.
I'll get you the minutes.
Well, do you want your records or not?
What if I don't fill it out?
You don't
Then
get
they
your
won't give you
records.
your records.
What if I do fill it out?
Then
you
they
do
will
get your
give you your
records.
records.
So I'm gonna automatically get them if I fill it out.
Yeah, I'll give them to
Is
you.
that correct?
It won't be
Yeah.
today, but I'll give them to you, maybe tomorrow.
Okay.
There you go, man.
That's all.
All right. So check it out, right? I've never had to fill one out before, so can you clear that up? How come you guys don't show up every time and tell me I got to fill out this piece of paper to get these records?
We showed up because they called.
They called you.
So
Would
you
that
can
be
fill out the form.
like a panic button or an actual telephone call? I'm a public request.
Why does it matter?
Well, because I'm a public records request at all. Like if it was on your cell phone, I would request your cell phone.
Okay.
If it's on a panic button, that'll be
So,
identified.
here's
But if
the-
it's a phone call, then there's
Here's the deal.
a log of
I'm not
that.
gonna sit here and argue with you,
I'm not arguing with you. I was asking you a simple
I'm not gonna
question that
sit
you're now
here and-
refusing to answer.
and I can do that.
That's fine too. So can I.
You can either fill out the form and get your records, or not, and go about your business.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
I'd like to do it the correct way.
All right, I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you.
They're telling me that the way that I'm talking about is the incorrect way. So he's quoting a policy, and I'm asking for that policy. There's a policy that he claims requires me to fill that out. So I'm just curious what that policy is.
All right.
You're here to enforce city code, is that right? Do you know of a city code that would
No,
require me to
no,
do that?
listen.
No.
You just want to sit here, ask questions,
I'm gonna back up a little bit because you're moving your
sit here
hands
and
around
ask
a lot.
questions,
Don't stand too close to
You're gonna burn your leg.
Well, I don't want him to hit me.
I just don't, he's not going to, I just don't want
He
you to.
might misinterpret it as
I just don't
I
want
did
you
it to
get hurt
him
by
or
the
something.
heat, so.
88 IQ tops out at Ice
You're gonna burn
Academy.
your leg.
I'll be fine. I don't need your safety assistance or anything like that. I catch on fire, I'll be
When your
all right.
leg, when your leg's on fire. then
All right,
we
when my leg's on fire, that's when we'll discuss me being on fire.
Okay. So, are you filling out the form? You're leaving? What are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what the policy is that requires me to fill out the form. I would assume since this is all legit, everybody's
Okay.
quoting the correct information, this policy be readily
Are
available.
you done? Are you done here?
I'm just asking for the policy that requests this.
They were upstairs, so I brought some down.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a
Chief and the
problem.
mayor about it, and they said,
He's telling me I gotta fill it out per policy. So I'm at, if I gotta fill it out per policy, that's per policy. I'm just asking if this policy is there a location where it's available to the public? Can I look this up on the website? Is there an ordinance? Policy's pretty vague.
11 from 36, I see there's 4. You want me to come in or remain central?
But seem to be flanking me now, so.
He's just walking in there.
What I'll do is, yeah, you fill it out and we'll look them up and I'll give them to you. If you want me to come to your house, I'll get a hold of you and say, hey, come get them.
Okay, so I gotta fill it out per policy, but you don't know what that policy is, even though you're clerk treasurer and you're the one telling me I gotta do it.
City Hall policy is all I know.
City Hall policy.
They've
Now,
been
is that
up-
available on the
They've been
website?
upstairs. I'll have to look for it. but
Is that
they-
like a city ordinance or
It's an ordinance.
a resolution, something?
That's possible.
I'm just trying to figure out where this information was provided to the public because you've changed the policy. You've decided on an official action. Now this is the way to do things. So I'm just,
If you've gotten information without filling one of these out, whoever gave the information was wrong. When
I don't
was a
think they were.
councilman, I still had to fill one out to get information here.
okay. They shouldn't have made you do that either. You should have sued
What for?
to get the documents because you're
I got
in
'em.
America.
Took a couple days to look it up, make copies.
Like the whole point of creating these documents that are called public records
You
is
would
to
still
provide
get 'em.
them to the public.
You would still get them.
Right, here's the thing though is the purpose is so the public can be informed sooner than later. Like I can wait for you to dick around and then they'll just approve them.
Come to a meeting. Nobody says you can't come to a meeting.
I literally have paperwork that says,
Well, I've seen you sit there. Well, you missed a meeting or two, but I've seen you sit. And
are the minutes available there? At those meetings.
oh, you'd hear them all. Then we
No,
got a
not
copy.
the
of 'em.
copies of them.
Right,
no.
right.
There's not copies of them.
So this is the only place I can obtain those minutes. Right.
And right now, for the last meeting, she's doing the minutes because our meeting's not till next week. Our minutes for last meeting's not even done yet. Ladies working
But all
on
the
it
other,
right
but
now.
all the other ones are.
This means you guys are ineffective. I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with the bearing of the law.
We're
Okay.
ineffective.
So you're just here to question. If you're not,
No,
if you
I'm-
don't have any business, you're leaving.
I'm trying to figure out a policy number.
No, that's it. That's the end of it. We ain't got all day to sit here and argue.
You got a badge number, Mr. King?
Yeah, 61.
61. All right. And what's your
You
official?
want to take it with you?
I've got plenty of those. I could have filled one out if I had known.
Okay. Are
See,
you
if,
done here?
if they told me that on Friday, I would have brought it with me today, filled out.
All right.
They told me to come Monday and
All
pick
right,
them up.
let's
So,
Adios.
so what am I being like moved out?
Yeah, you're leaving.
Okay. So I'm being what? Kicked out of a public? Oh, I better go. Mr. Reed's here. You guys might kill me or something and never report it. Anyway.
Adios. Have a good day.
Yep. Bye. All right. So. $15.07, $17,341. $14.03, $16,461. That's Mr. Seitz. got a 1203 6719. Officer left his computer open. And there goes Mr. Sights. We got a 207 84 1812 on the SUV. Nobody following us. So we're going to go ahead and turn it off.